In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on February 19, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Anaheim Ducks vs. Buffalo Sabres. The upcoming matchup features the Anaheim Ducks facing off against the Buffalo Sabres in an inter-conference clash set for Monday afternoon. The Ducks recently suffered a road defeat at the hands of the Maple Leafs on Saturday, while the Sabres secured an overtime road victory against the Wild. Notably, in their last encounter a month ago, Anaheim emerged victorious with a 4-2 home win. Looking at the performance metrics, the Ducks have struggled on both the defensive and goaltending fronts throughout this season, ranking 28th in goals against per game and shots against per game. Their defensive woes have been apparent. Offensively, the Ducks have faced challenges, scoring 3 or fewer goals in 8 of their last 10 games. They currently sit at 29th in goals per game and 28th in shots per game. Conversely, the Sabres have displayed solid defensive play and slightly above average goaltending this season, standing at 14th in goals against per game and 8th in shots against per game. Despite the Ducks showing better performance on the road this season, their overall inconsistency raises concerns, making them a less than enticing team to support. On the other hand, the Buffalo Sabres are coming off a commendable overtime road win against the Wild, emphasizing the importance of seizing opportunities in the remaining stretch of the season to keep things interesting. Buffalo, while not enjoying overwhelming success this season, enters the game with 2 wins in their last 3 matches. The Sabres' home record stands at 12-15-1, while the Ducks have struggled on the road with an 11-15-1 record. Having lost 3 of their last 4 games, the Ducks have been outscored 20-10 during this stretch, underscoring their defensive vulnerabilities, which could prove advantageous for a Buffalo offense that has faced its own struggles. The Sabres, recognizing the significance of games like this, should aim to capitalize on the opportunity to make the remaining season compelling. With no room for excuses, the Buffalo Sabres to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have been part of high-scoring affairs recently. The Sabres notably scored 7 goals against the Kings last week, while the Ducks suffered a 9-2 loss on Saturday. In their prior meeting, Anaheim managed to score 4 goals against the Sabres. Notably, the Ducks have demonstrated offensive prowess on the road, scoring at least 3 goals in 5 of their last 8 away games. Furthermore, Buffalo should find opportunities to exploit the defensive vulnerabilities of the Ducks. Ranked 28th in shots conceded per game, Anaheim has an expected goals against in 60 minutes of 3.49 goals, placing them 29th in the league. They have allowed at least 5 goals in 3 of their last 4 games. In contrast, the Sabres boast an expected goals against in 60 minutes of 3.21 goals, which is below average but still favorable in comparison. Highlighting the defensive struggles of the Ducks once again, they rank 28th in both goals against per game and shots against per game. While Buffalo's offense hasn't reached the heights of the previous season, they still possess the capability to score, especially in a favorable matchup against the Ducks. With the history of high-scoring encounters between these 2 teams, over the projected total is our full game total pick, anticipating a higher scoring game. Toronto Maple Leafs vs. St. Louis Blues. The upcoming matchup between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the St. Louis Blues is set to unfold at the Enterprise Center, with the Maple Leafs hitting the road for this encounter. Currently holding a commendable record of 29-16-8, Toronto faces off against St. Louis, who boasts a record of 29-23-2. These 2 teams clashed once already in the current season, with Toronto emerging victorious in that particular contest. Arguably possessing a more formidable lineup, the Toronto Maple Leafs recently dominated the St. Louis Blues with a convincing 4-1 victory. Given their recent performance, the Leafs are likely to be the favored team. Nevertheless, the St. Louis Blues have exhibited a remarkable surge in their gameplay over the past 2 weeks, proving to be highly profitable during this period. Moreover, the Blues have a notable home record of 16-10-1. The timing of this weekday game, starting unusually early, could potentially work in favor of the home team. Therefore, the St. Louis Blues money line is our full game side pick. In terms of offensive prowess, the St. Louis Blues have demonstrated a noteworthy improvement in recent games, scoring 4 or more goals in 6 of their last 10 matchups. Conversely, the Toronto Maple Leafs have been consistently potent on offense throughout the season, recording 4 or more goals in 6 out of their last 10 games. Ranking 4th in goals per game and 6th in shots per game, the Leafs are led by William Nylander and Austin Matthews, both contributing 71 points each. Matthews, in particular, leads the NHL with an impressive 48 goals. When examining the Maple Leafs' offensive statistics, they average 3.57 goals per game and 3.35 goals per game on the road. In their last 3 encounters with the Blues, Toronto posted an impressive average of 4.67 goals per game. Considering St. Louis' defensive performance, allowing an average of 3.04 goals per game at home, the Maple Leafs are expected to meet their scoring average in this game. On the flip side, the Blues maintain an offensive average of 2.93 goals per game and 3.35 goals per game at home. In their recent 3 matchups against the Maple Leafs, they averaged 3.67 goals per game. Notably, the Blues and Maple Leafs have exceeded the total score in 5 of their last 6 meetings, showcasing both teams' offensive prowess. With Toronto conceding an average of 3.04 goals per game on the road, the Blues are anticipated to generate sufficient offensive output to surpass the projected total. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick, anticipating a high-scoring affair. Dallas Stars versus Boston Bruins. In a riveting interconference clash set against the backdrop of Beantown, 2 formidable teams entrenched in playoff positions within their respective conferences are gearing up to compete for victory. The Dallas Stars, undertaking a lengthy journey, are set to face off against the Boston Bruins in a President's Day matinee on Monday afternoon. The Stars enter the contest fresh from a 4-3 overtime defeat at the hands of Edmonton in their previous matchup on home ice. Meanwhile, the Bruins succumbed to a 5-4 loss to the Kings in their recent game on home turf. In the last 10 encounters between these teams, the Bruins have asserted dominance with an 8-1 record, clinching victory in the last 3 meetings, including a 3-2 road triumph on November 6, 2023. The upcoming high-stakes confrontation between the Dallas Stars and the Boston Bruins promises to showcase the dynamism and depth inherent in the Stars roster. Positioned at the summit of the Central Division, the Stars consistently exhibit their prowess by leading the league with an average of 3.75 goals per game. Noteworthy contributions from key players like Matt Duchene and Jason Robertson have been instrumental, with Duchene leading the team in points, while Robertson continues to dazzle with his scoring capabilities. The goaltending prowess of Jake Oettinger, boasting a .904 save percentage, adds a formidable layer to Dallas's competitiveness. The Stars' strategic excellence is further evident in their robust power play and penalty kill percentages, underscoring their adaptability on the ice. Despite recent injuries, the Stars' depth enables them to resiliently maintain their performance levels, showcasing unwavering determination. On the other side of the ice, the Boston Bruins find themselves in a slump with 5 losses in their last 6 games, relinquishing their top spot in the Atlantic Division. Despite being on home turf, recent statistics reflect a struggling Bruins squad, having been outscored 19-8 in their 5 losses during this stretch. Their lone win, a 4-0 victory over Vancouver, stands in stark contrast. In contrast, the Dallas Stars arrived with offensive firepower, securing 4 wins in their last 5 games and amassing an impressive 39 goals in their last 9 matchups. The Stars have notably outperformed the Bruins in recent encounters, setting the stage for a compelling showdown. Acknowledging the Bruins' temporary downturn, it becomes challenging to rally behind them, even with favorable odds at the Garden. In stark contrast, Dallas is currently in excellent form, showcasing remarkable consistency, especially on the road throughout the season. As a result, the Dallas Stars money line emerges as our full game side pick. As the puck drops on Monday's game, the Dallas Stars have leaned towards the higher end of the goal spectrum, surpassing the total in 35 of their 55 games this season. The Stars boast an average total of 6.76 goals per game, a figure that slightly decreases to an even 6 goals per game when playing on home ice. In contrast, the Boston Bruins have trended towards lower scoring affairs, staying under the total in 29 of their 55 games this season. Boston's average total of 5.96 goals per game further further dips to 5.9 goals per game on home ice. Notably, Boston's recent trend includes 5 consecutive unders, interrupted by an over in their Saturday afternoon matchup. Interestingly, 8 of the last 10 meetings between these teams have fallen short of the projected total. Consequently, the forecast for this game leans towards it ending below the expected total, making under the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.